So we came out today on Treasure Seeker shell tours, and we're super excited to be able to be out shelling once again. I actually haven't been shelling since the last time that I came out on this tour, so life's been a little bit busy, but we just got off of the boat. There's Molly. Hi. And she is our first mate today. So I wanted to just do a little bit of virtual shelling with you guys first and see what we have going on this beach, and then I will come back. Ooh, look at this right away. Look at that. Can't really see well with my glasses on, so hopefully you guys will be able to see some of these pretty shells. And here's a little parallel right here. How pretty. Hopefully, hold on, let me take my glasses off. Alright, let's see what else we can find. Here's another pretty. So you guys can see like the difference in shells. Sometimes they have really pretty pattern, and sometimes they're a little bit more bleached out or worn. My shadow's in the way. Let me turn this way. Ooh, look at this. This is a little juvenile crown call, king crown right here. Look how cute. And guys, so I've had people ask me about, well, I shouldn't say ask me, I should say comment about calling the shells by their correct name. Guys, like I'm not, like, by no means am I or have I ever claimed to be a conchologist. So there's a lot of shells that I've been shelling for over 30 years, pretty much like my entire life. And there are some shells that I have always called a certain name. For example, you know, these to me have always been Indian boats. So it floats along and then you've got the little canoe seat. So these have always been Indian boats, but they're also called slipper shells. So that is totally fine. Whatever common name that you know them by, I would give you guys scientific Latin names, but number one, I can't pronounce most of them. And number two, you would probably not be able to spell them to even look them up. So just bear with me on the names. If you have a question, let me know what shell at what time in the video. Here's a little shark eye that you have a question about, and I will do my best to ID that shell for you. But again, I'm a shelling expert, but I am not a conchologist. So even though I can tell you how to shell, I've been doing it a long time, I can find shells just about everywhere I go. I am definitely not an expert on all of the you know, scientific shell names. So let's see, here's some nice little footage for you guys of the beach that we're on, which is super fun. All right, I'm gonna catch up to everybody and I will come back. We're headed to the Gulf side. This is the bay side right now. And we're kind of walking through this fun little mangrove forest, if you will. And one of the things that I can tell you guys is I love the vegetation of you know, being out here on these islands. I mean, sometimes there's really pretty flowers. There's lots of greenery out here. And so I'm just kind of showing you guys what it looks like. A lot of times, let's see if I can see any little crabs. There's a little crab right. Oh, where'd he go? So you guys can see him there. Oh, he's fast. He's a fast little crab. So lots of little crabs, lots of bugs. So bring your bug spray or wear long sleeves. Always wear your water shoes. So last time I had on my Keens, today I have on my Fit Kicks. I will be doing a video as requested for a review for these shoes. Good morning. So you guys will be able to get an idea of which water shoes might work good for you. So always wear water shoes out here. There's like so many things that you could step on. There's shells, there's broken shells, there's wood, there's pieces of driftwood and everything. So you just always make sure that you are wearing appropriate water shoes when you come out to these islands. So we're gonna go out to the Gulf side and we're gonna see what's out there. Okay, so we are coming up on the Gulf side, and if you guys can see, it's really windy out here and the waves are ginormous. They are huge. Here's Marco Island down there in the distance. And this is where we're gonna be shelling, and you can see the weather's a little bit ominous towards the south. So we're hoping that that stays away. But we are gonna see about shelling. I know it's super windy, so I will be back when we find a good little shelling spot, you can see that there's some shell piles here, which is really fun to go through. Look at this pretty auger right here. Look at this one. Super big and pretty. And always make sure our shells are empty and there's nobody living inside, only empty shells that we take home and collect. And look at this little tiny, oh my gosh, you guys, can you even see this little scallop? Look at this. Look at this little scallop. I'm gonna put my finger next to it. Look how tiny it is. And I think it's like perfect too. Oh my God, it is, look. Can you guys see this scallop? It's so tiny, I'm trying to focus in on it. It is absolutely adorable. Ooh, and here comes the tide. So this is why I use my shell bags and not just a regular mesh shell bag. This would go right through the hole on a regular shell bag, you guys. So if you're into minis and tiny shells, make sure that you're using a shell bag that will keep your shells safe. Let's see if I can show you guys. I didn't already lose it in my bag. There it is. So it'll keep it nice and safe in there. Even the teeniest, tiniest little shells stay secure. So if you're interested in shell bags, you can send me a message at Beach Treasures by Laura. You know, I assume my focus isn't working very well today. Look at all the driftwood. If you're in the driftwood, it's Driftwood City out here. There's an old crab trap. Look at the waves, holy cow. So, listen guys, like for me, I mean, y'all know I love to shell, but just being out here and walking the beach and looking at the wildlife, sometimes we'll see bald eagles and osprey out here. Shelling's fun, but don't forget that it's about the journey. It's about enjoying the beach, the listening to the waves. And you know, if you find shells along the way, it's totally a bonus. I think a lot of people skip up here where the high tide rack line comes in, and a lot of times if you come up where nobody else usually looks, you'll find some pretty fun shells. There's a conch right here. Right? Oh, I can't see in my camera. Right here. And there's another one over here. A couple more conchs. Oh, this is a pretty one right here. So sometimes you have to look where other people don't. Oh, look at all the conchs, guys. Look at all of them. Other people don't go. Here's a really pretty scallop. Beautiful. So sometimes you'll find a lot of fun things up here where other people are trying to shell down by the water. Here is a, watch my head, trees. Here's a really pretty, there's a crab. But here's a really pretty top. Oops. Top with the top broken off, but I really think that they're pretty when the top's broken off because it has this like really pretty iridescent, you guys can see that. Grab my glasses. So yeah, don't forget to shell in the high tide, the high rack line, because you never know what you're gonna find down here. There's a little piece of an apple murex hiding. Hiding here, and a big apple murex, and right here it looks like another pretty conch. How pretty. So yes, don't forget to check all over the beach, not just down by, even up here. Like this is where a lot of times shells go unnoticed because everybody wants to be down here by the water. And people forget that there's shells up here too. So when you're shelling, give your attention to, oh look how pretty this piece of driftwood is. I really don't feel like carrying it, but isn't that super pretty? Look at this. How pretty is that? I might have to come back and get this. That would look really pretty like on a table, on a coffee table. Super fun up here. And I'm always looking for color. These mussel shells, they're not really a highly sought after shell, but they're so pretty for crafting because they have this purple iridescence. Look how pretty these shells are. Super pretty. So I mean, a lot of times people say, oh, I didn't find any shells, but what they mean to say is I didn't find any shells that I was looking for. Sometimes the really pretty fun shells for crafting aren't necessarily the popular shells that people look for, but they're still shells, they're still beautiful, and they're super fun to find. So, alright, I'm going to go down that way a little bit more and see what's down there. I will be back. Excuse my videoing today because the sun is not out. We're fighting these like really dark storm clouds that are looming overhead. Okay, so here you go, guys. When the water is calm, so we're in like this little inlet here, so it's really, really wavy, but because there's like a little sandbar right here and there's some branches, the water is getting a little bit calm. And so I want to come down here and show you guys when the water is calm and a little bit clear, this is where you can really stop and get down and you can start to see some really fun shells. Now I saw a teeny tiny little horse conch, but I was getting my phone out and I don't think I'm going to be able to find it, but let's see. This is a great place where if you have like a scooper, you can take your scooper and scoop up a bunch of these shells, take them up to the sand, spread them out, and see what you've got. So, ooh, look at this one. Okay, so you guys will be able to see, I'm trying to zoom in for you guys. I look for color, I look for shape, I look for orange. Look at this. Look for orange, nobody home. Look how pretty that horse trunk is. And I've got my shell bag right here, cross body, so I don't have to hold it. I just saw a tulip too. Did you guys see the tulip? Tulip. I don't know what happened to it. But this is a great place to shell. It's right in the break line, and you guys have seen me shell here before. And this is such a great place to look for shells, especially when you can get a clear view. And I'm just hanging out here, so if you guys see something, you can kind of shell along with me. But there's lots of stuff in here too that sometimes you can't really see because of the waves. Now here's a really clear view. There's a really pretty little whelk. All right, let's see what we can find here. Ooh, there's a really pretty Venus sunray clam. Look at this. The top's broken, but look how pretty. Let's get rid of this other piece. Look how pretty this is. Look how pretty. Oh my gosh, it's so gorgeous. I love it. And here it looks like another tulip piece of one. Oh, there's a cute little tulip. Don't be home in there. Here's a little cone, a little Florida cone, if I can grab it. Really nice. And again, sometimes you can just pick up a handful of shells and you'll find this nice little auger here. It'll be in there. And sometimes you guys have to be patient. Like I know people like to walk along and see what they find, but if you're, oh, did I get it? Oh, I got a twofer. Look at this, I got a little top. Did I call this a top a minute ago? I think I called it a cone, but it was a top, sorry. My brain's not working today, and I literally might delete this video because I'm just not with it today. Let me try to I'm trying to get these 3 shells without dropping them. So you have a couple little drills and a top. How cute. Look at that, just from a handful of shells. So that's how simple, I don't say easy, because it's not easy to stand here with your eyeballs and be quick with your hand and scoop up shells, but it is simple. It's very simple and it's very fun. I love shelling, as you guys know. Ooh, here's a little lace murex. Ooh, I see an olive. All the waves are getting bigger. Here's some shells that has been found. Here's a little horse conch. Look at this beautiful, oh my gosh, I love orange scallops. Who loves orange scallops? Pretty olive. Oh, we found a little nutmeg. How cute. And an apple murex. Love that. Gorgeous. Okay, let's come back and see what here's a little olive right. Oh, I'm just gonna do a handful right here. Okay, handful up on the beach. Spread it out. We have an olive. We have a cone. We have a cone with a, uh-oh, tulip's leaving. We got a tulip and we got a cone with a barnacle on it. How fun. Love that. Love that, love that. All right, let's see. This is a good little spot right here. I saw something orange right about, oh, I saw 2 orange things. Let's see if I got either one of them. No? Oh, I missed it. We'll try again. Hopefully you guys can see on camera. It's super clear right here. Pretty little olive. Like, I could just stay in this one spot and shell. I don't even need to go anywhere else. I am very happy and content in this one little spot. There's another little olive right here. Pretty one too. Put that in my bag. There's just a ton of shells right here. Like, there's a ton, and every time the waves come in and go out, it uncovers or covers shells. There's a little cone right here, a little chip on it, but it's okay, it's still pretty. Back this way. There's the whelk. Pretty whelk. Oh, I gotta go catch up with my group. Ooh, real quick, look at this orange. I see orange. I see orange. I love orange, and I can't tell. Nobody's home. Beautiful. I love it. All right, guys. So hopefully that gives you a little idea of where I'm at, what I'm doing, and how I'm doing it. I'm gonna go catch up with everybody. We're really hoping that these storms, they're literally, it's like right overhead right now. And it looks like it might be raining down that way, so hopefully the weather will hold. I will be back for, oh, look at this tulip. Oh, tulip. Look at that. Look how pretty. Just rolling right there. I could stay here and shell all day. Okay, I'll see you soon. Guys, okay, so we are still out here, and the wind is picking up, and it's supposed to be low tide in a little while, but just because the waves are so big, I don't think that the low tide is going to be much of a low tide. But it is getting a little calmer here where I was shelling before, and if you let the water clear, you'll see that this caught my eye. Now, I do not know, again, if this is just a Kice or if it might be whole, but it looks like a true tulip right here. And I'm going to let the water, it's not going anywhere, so I'll let the water, I'd stick my phone in the water. It's supposed to be waterproof, I just don't trust it. So if you guys can see right there, right here, and I'm going to start to, oh, it's just a Kice. Look at that. Okay, so that's kind of what you look for though, because the last time I dug up something spotted, it was a big Junonia. So that's what you want to kind of look for when something's just buried, like it looked like this in the water, look like that. So you're not really sure. So that's kind of a good example of, like, here's a little tulip, and this tulip might be whole or it might not be whole. Kind of whole. So that's kind of what you guys can look for too. But I think we're gonna head back to the boat, and we're gonna go check out another island or another beach. And so I will let you guys know where we go. I'll talk to you later. Hey everybody! So we came out to this cute little sandbar off Dickman's Pointe, and the tide is coming in right now. You'll see there's just so many fun shells here. And I know it's windy, and I am sorry, but I wanted to show you that this little sandbar, this little island, is just covered in sand dollars. Looky, looky. So I'm gonna bring you guys on a sand dollar hunt. I'm gonna have my husband hold our sand dollar container, and I'm gonna show you what I use. I put my shell bag back in the boat because I'm going to be just looking for sand dollars, and I also wanted to reapply my sunscreen. So important, guys. I use Sun. It's the only sunscreen I've ever worn that I love. It doesn't leave me feeling greasy, sticky, it's water resistant. It has anti-aging skincare, which is amazing. It's hydrating. It just feels like a very light, it goes on like water. It's amazing. So I wanted to reapply my sunscreen and then come out and look for some sand dollars. So my husband, you guys can see the water rushing from the other side. So this is all going to be covered soon, which is why I tell you guys, oh, look at this. I wonder if that's a big one. I think it's a big whelk or a piece of whelk. Oh, but it is alive. See him in there with his little operculum, which is the trap door. We'll leave him there. Right back in the sand. So when I come out and look for a specific shell, like if I'm specifically looking for sand dollars, bring with you a container that you can use for your sand dollars. So I recommend something flat. So this is what I use. This is just like a Rubbermaid container. It's not very tall, and I set the sand dollars down flat, and then I'll show you guys as I start to collect them. See what I do. And I try to find ones that are not broken. Like, see how this one's broken right here? So I'll leave that for somebody who might want like a craft type sand dollar. But they're very hard to find whole and not broken. I'll try to get lower so you guys can see a little bit better. Here's another one right here. I think this one has a little crack in the middle right here. But that's fine. Like, you can put a little bit of glue in there and some glitter and you never know. So we're going to kind of be picky today with our sand dollars. I'm picky with my shells. I'm picky with my sand dollars. I always like, let's see this one. Look how pretty. Isn't that so awesome? Pretty sand dollars. Okay, so let me show you guys. Once you layer the bottom of the container, and you can do this for packing too, kind of layer them so they're flat. You want them to be flat. Then I take the next layer and I put them in between the sand dollars, okay, and you flip them upside down. And that's the way that I like to layer the sand dollars. So that way they're not like on an arch, on an angle. And it's less chance. Look how pretty this one is. That one's like perfect. So I'll just layer this one over on top like that. And if you are traveling with these, like for me, here's one buried in the sand. For me, we're not traveling, we're just driving home. But if you're traveling with sand dollars, you want to make sure that you pack them really well. So I would suggest either putting some paper towels in between, or you can put some, now it is better if you're traveling to put the heavier ones on the bottom, but again, we're not really traveling with these shells. And you can put bubble wrap too, is also a really good way, but I still, even when I travel with them and I'm putting layers, I still do that. Oh, here's a little baby one, you almost stepped on it. Like, you can almost barely see some of them, so we'll put it upside down. Oh, there's a pretty little scallop. And then you can start layering with this one right side up, like that. So you're just alternating. One layer goes face up, the next one goes face down. This one's a little chipped here, so we'll leave that for somebody else that might want it. Sometimes you'll find one that's whole like this, but see how I moved it and it broke? It has like a hairline fracture. So just be aware that a lot of these sand dollars are, like, even though we're trying to take care of them, they're still probably going to break. And the more bleached out and small they are, the more fragile they are. So I'm going to put these back to back, like this. Lay these here, like that. So the smaller the sand dollar, the more fragile and the more bleached out it is. So you can see this one's a little bit darker because it hasn't been bleached out all the way yet, and then this one's a little bit lighter. Okay, same thing with this. Now all of these, okay, all of these are not alive, if you guys are wondering. They're all starting to become bleached out and white. They don't have any feet on them at all. And we haven't actually found, at least I haven't found any sand dollars that are alive this trip to show you guys. So this one too is in the bleaching out stage. There's no feet at all on it. So they're just everywhere, all different sizes. How fun, guys. So we are on a tour with Treasure Seeker Shell Tours today. Look at all of the sand dollars. Oh my gosh. I love them. So if you guys are interested in coming out and finding a bunch of sand dollars, a tour is definitely an option if you don't have your own boat. And it's also great because even if you rent a boat, you're not really going to know where to go. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little sand $10 portion of our program. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. See Marco Island over there, so we're right off the southern tip of Marco Island. If you have any questions, let me know, and thanks for